Hello everybody, welcome back to Scrappy Adam and welcome back to Scrap Backwards with my friend Scrappy Cathy. I am a little bit late with this video, I apologise, I just couldn't get it finished in time, but I am here and I am really excited about this one. I'm actually doing a scrap lift. Now, really badly, I forgot to make a note of who it was. I think it was done for Scrap Lift Sunday at Paper Issues. And I vaguely remember reading that it was a scrap lift of Cassie. Now, that might be true or might not be true. I am so sorry. I really should have took a better note of who it was. But this is the one that I am scrap lifting. And I love it because it has all these words down here. So you are, and then loads of words. And we have this strip of paper here, a photo here, and then some embellishments around the page as well. So that's what I am going to be scrap lifting for Scrap Backwards. And I have pulled out a load of thickers. Now, I don't think Cathy does either, but I don't put thickers into my kit because I have so many. I've got like 15 drawers rammed full of them. So it would just be impractical for me to pull out different ones. Sometimes there has been a case where I want to finish a pack and I want to do something using all the random letters, so I'll pop that one in the kit. But on the whole, I don't put thickers in the same way that we don't put flair or acrylic or ink and things like that in, because there are so many varied options, it would be a bit impractical to do so. So I have pulled out these thickers. This is just a tiny selection. And I have focused mainly on the blues. So we've got some Pink Fresh Studio and some Jen Hadfield. And then these are cheap ones, which I believe are from a local store in the UK called B&M. I really like them though. So they were only like £1. We've got some Simple Stories. Then I have gone in and pulled out some colourful ones. So we've got Obed Marshall. These have got a slight gold foiling outline on them. Some Paige Evans, Go the Scenic Route, and Maggie Holmes. And then some Pink Fresh as well. They're my all-time favourite. I've not used these and I've got 2 packs of them. They're open, but they are brand new. That's from their Everyday Musings collection. I'm still undecided whether I should keep or destash them, but I pulled them out. Then I thought I need some little alphas. So we've got some Paige Evans Splendid, and then Pink Fresh Studio, who do the best mini alpha, really, don't they? So we've got Noteworthy, Let's Stay Home, The Best Day, Some Days, Keeping It Real. And then finally some black ones. We've got these Jen Hadfield, I think they are. Vicky Bootin, Print Shop, some American Crafts, Heidi Swap, and these, which are Holly. Not sure what they're from. But that is the thickest that I picked out. And I have already chosen my papers because otherwise we would be here for an hour. So my background paper is this one from Heidi Swap, Carefree. And if you recall from my kit reveal video, which was a couple of months ago now, because I've got a mega kit that I'm using for 3, 4, 5, 6 months. And I'm really excited because I'm almost at the point where 3 containers can become 2, which is really fun. So it's this background paper. I split my papers up into background, primary colours, / layering, / matting, pattern paper, and then a couple of other ones. So this is pulled out from my backgrounds because it's a ledger and I love a ledger. And I thought as we're doing a whole strip of words, it would be good because we can line them up or we can go a bit wonky. So that is Heidi Swap Carefree Sunset paper, and it's I think it's the B side of that. I can't remember which is A and B, but anyway, we're using that. And then I just pulled in a couple of other papers where I tore. So we've got a Doodlebug paper in this sort of teal colour. Doesn't show quite right on the screen, I'm not sure why. And a Vicky Bootin print shop paper, I think it is. It's the one with the squares of wood grain, but I kind of like the way that looks. And then I've also got this strip of tickets from a Simple Stories collection. I've just cut out a strip and then used my, where is it? It seems to have gone walkabout. Here it is. My single hole punch to punch out the little holes to make it look like tickets. And this is from the XO collection, I think. Kissing Booth collection, whatever it is. It's an old one. And they're just little tickets. So I thought that looked kind of cute going along there. I have a 4x4 photo which I have matted 3 times, and it is a photo of Dan in Wales. So that is going to go sort of here. I don't want the black poking out either side, so I'll make sure that we put it somewhere like that. And then we're going to have our words coming down here. We'll have some embellishments here, here and here, and it'll be done. So the main focus is, of course, all the words going down. I have made a list of words just because on the spot I will forget. I'm not going to use them all. I think on the inspiration layout that I'm using, which again is this one, if you want to take a screenshot, there are, so at the top it says you are, and then there is beautiful, cheerful, sassy, bookworm, my brat, sweetie, outgoing, loving and unique. So I have used some of those words and added in some of my own. But there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You are plus 9 words. But they have, it looks like they've used stamps. Don't know whether they have. But I'm using thickers. Now, I could have gone through my thickers in the kit and in my drawers and pulled out phrases, ready-made phrases, because I have a ton of them as well. But I kind of thought it would be good to make my own and use some alphas up. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm just going to stick this roughly in the middle. I'm not measuring it. I'm not getting a T ruler out or anything. Just roughly will do fine. And then I'm sticking the Vicki Boutin paper on top of that. And I want that to go sort of that way, I think. So that can go about there. So it's not, this is more straight than that, and that is A-okay. And then we're going to put these tickets across the middle, I think. So it's getting different texture and texture and layers in this middle bit, because we've got some torn paper, we've got tickets. So we've got some straight edges and some torn edges as well. But I kind of like that. So that is our base of our layout done, really. Our photo will go there. I'm not going to put that on just yet because I might need to tilt it or move it or something. We shall see. So I'm just going to leave the photo to one side for now. I've matted it in, I know one of them is Cityscapes from My Mind's Eye. And one is Amy Tangerine. I don't know what the other one is. I have just gone through my kit and the pattern paper and the solid paper and picked some out. But I love this paper from Doodlebug. It's actually flowers, but you can't really tell it is because there's only a bit showing. And by the time we've got the photo and other elements on, you're not going to be able to tell really. Okay, so for the UR part of our page, let me see if I can give myself a little bit more space. Move the microphone. I hope you can all hear me a little bit better. I have tried to play with the microphone. It's a proper microphone, so I don't know why we've been having issues. But hopefully you can hear me a little bit better. And I'm trying to speak up a bit more as well. So hopefully it's working. So I thought we'd have black for UR. I don't know whether to do it in this Vicki Boutin or this garden party. just seeing what letters we have left, because I would want them mostly black. We've got an R. Okay, let's do it with those. They're quite funky. So these are, oh, they're called Print Shop as well. I think they've started calling the thickers after the collection, which makes a lot of sense. So I know that they often sell the thickers after the collection has sort of been retired, which makes sense. So they used to call the thickers a different name, didn't they? Which was a little bit confusing. But anyway, it looks like they have started doing it the sensible way and calling it after the collection. Okay, so you are going to have a small O. I like these because all the letters are different sizes, different designs. Some are wonky, some are straight, some are curved, some are small, some are big, some are all sorts of different ones. And I do like that. So we've got U. And whilst these are chipboard, as Vicky's alphabets generally always are, I don't know if anybody else has noticed as well, but I find Vicky's alpha thickers and chipboard stickers are one of the best to stick. Like all the others that are on chipboard, you might as well not bother sticking because they just don't stick. But Vicky Bootings seem to stick really well, which I love. So I'm going to put this one sort of in the middle, so we're not going on a straight line there. And then we've got UR. Let's go with that one. Okay. So there is our first part of our title. And as with all things Vicky, there are some little filler bits in it as well. Oh, we've got some numbers as well, which I didn't notice before. Excuse me. So I will do some of these words with you, then I'll probably go off and finish it, because otherwise this will end up being a very long video and potentially a little bit boring. And whilst you can fast forward, I can just go and finish it off camera. So I'm going to start with a blue alpha, I think. Let's start with keeping it real. And we're going to go for, let's have a look. So I'm not, ordinarily I would try and work out where the middle of it is, where I need to start it so that like the next word is in the centre of this. I'm not doing that with this. I want them all to be stopping and starting at different parts, and I want it to be different and sort of a bit quirky, if that makes sense. I think we are going to keep it all capitals though, or as far as I possibly can anyway. Whether that will continue will depend on whether I have enough letters. Okay. Got that. So hand. And I have, as I said, written all the words down. A, so I know how to spell them. So I always doubt myself when I'm using thickers. Does anybody else do that? Even if I know how to, obviously I do know how to spell, I still doubt myself. So I'm like, let me just check that. Which is why I have random words written on packaging of stickers. Okay. I'm going to put that there. And then we need an E. So that is our first word done. There we go. Let's do one more together. So let's have maybe this Jen Hadfield. This is one of my favourite alphas ever. It's navy blue, called Navy. think it was from the Reaching Out collection. It's small, it's puffy, it's sticky, it's navy, and I love it. I just love it. So we're going to have this one come in here, I think. Yeah. And we've got C and an A. And an R. I am trying to keep them like sort of straight within their line, but equally I'm not breaking a sweat. If it's a little bit wonky, that's okay. I'm not going to get in a grump because of it. It is A-OK. So we've got that one. And I'll probably use this one again. Some of them I will use once, some of them I will use twice. I think that's going to be one that we use twice. I like this Maggie Holmes one. It is brand new, so I did debate whether I needed it and whether I could de-stash it, because I have been on a big de-stashing drive for various reasons, but I do like it. So we're keeping it and we're using it and we're breaking it open. But I think the colours works. We've got these pinks, we've got some of these greens, and equally the greens are sort of a cross between all of this, and then we've got some of the blues and the pinks. So it just, I don't know, it felt like that worked really well. These are called Explore, and I think these are from the Round Trip collection, I think. Let's have oh, I don't know. Let's have special. Okay. These are foam with cardstock topper, which I have real issues getting off. They always rip off like that, and then I have to find and peel off the blooming thing. Now the photo is going to go here, so I'm just going to put that there. So let's have this going over here maybe. No, I want it to go in the middle. So like in from that but out from that, if that makes sense. See, it always rips off with the backing. I don't know whether it's because they're a little bit old or what, but it's most annoying. There we go. Then we've got E. Which is going to go there. So we've only got three colours. We've got green, blue and pink, and I don't want to get into a pattern, so let's have green now. Do you know when you try and not get into a pattern and end up in a pattern? It's it can be hard to know which one's which, can't it? Or which to do next. Then we're going to have a pink eye. Coming down a little bit too much there. This is a great way to use your alphabet stamps. You could use your thicker phrases. You could use ephemera words, or if you've got loads of acrylic words. Or you could do what I'm doing and use a load of different thickers and really go to town on the multi-font title. Or you could use your stamps or your dies or cut files. There are so many ways you could do this kind of layout, and I will probably do another one at some point. So yeah, I like the way that looks. And the background paper has some distressed elements as well, which I really like. It adds to it. So we've got You Are Handsome, Caring, Special. Just checking that was spelt right. So it's not quite straight, but you know, it's okay. So I'm going to go off, I'm going to add one more here, and then we're going to come down here. I'm not going to continue it through here. We may well have something else going on here. And if not, we can always come back and add something else later. And then I'll be back with you guys and we can finish building this layout. Okay, so this is where I have got up to. Nothing is stuck down, so I'm just going to do that. Like so. And I'm just going to do that and that. I've got some pear tree bits and pieces here, which I may use. I've got loads of these little teeny tiny ones. They're more birthday and arty, but I've got some flowers and greenery. So I don't know if we'll use any, but I've pulled them out just in case. Everything, these aren't stuck down yet. Let's stick these down. So I decided to use a couple of ephemera pieces word banners. So this one says Hello Beautiful. And I'm going to tuck it underneath this piece here, somewhere like this. Is that straight? So you can see it, but it's a little bit of the words have been chopped off, but you can still read what it says, so that is fine. And then I also have this white one, and it says You Quack My World. So just a bit of humour added in there. Of course, that is Doodlebug. That is what they do best with their sort of sarky stuff. And again, some of the letters have been cut off, but I think you get the gist of it. So that is where we are up to, and I love the way it looks. I love that it's all higgledy-piggledy. It's straight-ish on each line, but it's not perfect, and I think that is okay. It works. I've added in a little sort of asterisk there. I like where we are up to. So we've got You Are Handsome, Caring, Special, Cute, Affectionate, Loving, because the G was too long, so I've had to abbreviate. Unique, a happy chap, and adorable. So that goes down there, and we've got a mix of the blue with a pop of black and navy with the multicolour as well. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're actually all different. So we've got 10 different fonts. I love that. And then we've got You Quack My World and Hello Beautiful. So there is a lot of words on this layout. It is a word heavy layout, and that is okay. I've then gone through my tray of ephemera. So if you watched my kit reveal video, you'll know that I have 3 of these, 2 with ephemera and 1 with chipboard, acrylic, wood, and so on. So I've been through them, and I'm finding I go through them before I go through stickers, which for me is really good, because I usually avoid the ephemera because I'm lazy and I can't be bothered going through them. Then I have this banner piece. I have basically taken 2 of them. They are from a Doodlebug collection. I'm not sure which one because I've obviously split everything up in putting them in these trays, and I'm going to pop these up on foam. I've basically matted one on the other, so we've got a bit of gold popping through, and I'm going to pop that up here, and I've popped it up on foam just to give a little bit of dimension. So that's where we're at. So these 2 pieces, we've got a Paige Evans floral and then a Doodlebug word that says My Love with a heart. I felt like these colours work, so we've got pink popping in all across the layout. And then this blue is obviously this blue here, and we've got some of it in the words. And with this one, we've got the green that matches here, and we've got pops of green coming in. We've got the blue, pink, and then I've also put a pop of red here and there. But I felt like it was sort of, I don't know, going into the background a bit. So I've actually inked the edges as best as I can. It's not perfect because it's obviously all inny outy. So I ink the edges with some Black Suit Distress, and I'm going to stick these on. So they're going to go in the middle, because I liked that on the inspiration it wasn't just a straight line of words, there was some ephemera going on as well. And I'm going to sort of layer that there, which sort of separates it quite nicely. And then for the title piece, it's not a title, we've got many titles. It's definitely a layout with a multiple title, shall we say. But I am going to pop this up on foam again, just to give a bit of dimension and a bit of differentiation, if that's the right word I'm trying to think of. I don't really know. But try and pull it away from all that, 'cause we've got a lot going on there. We've got the blue, we've got the wood grain, we've got the tickets, we've got the red, the pink, the black, the blue, the green, the gold, the flowers. So yeah, quite a lot going on, but equally I think it works as well. And then I'm going to layer that over the flower and the ticket, like so. So that is that, and I just love the way that that is looking. Another thing that I thought might work is some flair. I'm not using this one, but I thought we could pop a couple in here and there. But I'm going to do that once we've got our photo on. I'm going to get this cluster done here and then go. So in terms of photos, you could use very easily a 6x4. I've got one here. So like 6x4 would work easily. You could use a 6x4 landscape, just change the way this word goes a bit. You could even do two 6x4, or you could do a 6x4 and a 4x4, or you could do two 3x4s. There's loads of ways. You can actually fit quite a lot of photos, even though you've not got much space, which I kind of like. And now I want to layer up some pieces on here. So we've got a couple of wordy pieces and then some flowers. These I think are from Dear Lizzie, She's Magic, and they've got like a, I don't know, like a holographic sort of thing, and they're like painted effect. I really like them. And we've got a Paige Evans one, and we've also got a couple of wordy bits from Doodlebug, Cocoa Vanilla Studio and Rosie Studio, and a frame from Pink Fresh. Because I thought if we put this here, the frame might give us quite a good sort of pop of black, which we have had coming out throughout this layout. So I think that's going to go about here, like so. So I'm not using it as a frame, it's more as a pop of colour, pop of black. So then we've got a bit of black up here, a bit of black down here, and a bit of black here and here. So it sort of anchors it a bit. It's a kind of triangle, which I don't usually go for, but you know. Then I want the photo to come just to that white edge there, just to that edge there, and so it's roughly centered with our background strip. Okay. Now, in terms of these florals, I think we're going to stick a few of them behind the photo, and then we'll stick the photo up on foam, and then we might have one or two of the florals or wordy pieces up on foam as well. So there'll be quite a bit of texture to this page. So that's going to go about there. I'm going to tuck that one in there, like so. Let's have that there. But I need to actually lift that up first, because I want to put this one underneath. Because this pink is quite in your face, quite bright, so I want that to go under, because I want the florals to be the bit that I'm picking up on. So, like that. Let's have a look. Something like that. That is okay. Then at the bottom, excuse me, it took me a little bit of time to come back to this video, hence why it is going up late. I know obviously for you guys it was only a couple of seconds. Power of technology. But yeah, I've had a little bit of sicky, hence why it's late. So yeah, okay. Now I think this is the one that we're going to have coming. So I'm going to. I can't remember how I had this now, and I really liked it. Isn't that annoying? So if we have that. That wasn't there, and I don't know if I like it there now. But I will stick with it for a moment. Excuse me. Let's see if we can make this work. So it's something like that, and then that was tucked into there. So I'm gonna stick this one underneath the photo, get the photo stuck down, and then we'll have a play about. So I'm just gonna put a bit of adhesive there. So I want this one to come sort of down to here. Is that right? Yeah. I'm just going to grab some foam. So I bought like 4 packs accidentally of Fun Foam about a year and a half ago. And I'm still only on the 2nd pack of it. It's lasted forever. And it's the best thing ever. Because it makes popping photos up and large elements on foam so easy. So easy. So I popped a bit inside of that frame. Like so. So you're not going to see it there. But obviously it needed a little bit. And then let's pop a bit of this on there. That one there. And then we need a thin-ish strip at the top. Doesn't have to be exact, of course. That will do nicely. Put some adhesive onto the Fun Foam. It's adhesive on one side, which is easy to stick down, and then you just add adhesive on top. Bish bash bosh. Okay. So there is our photo. So I love the way that looks. I think we're going to pop this one in there. So I'll probably need a little bit of foam at the top of that. It's going to be more of a slither of foam. So let's do that. Need to make sure we're putting it at the top. Tuck that in to the 3rd layer, I think. like so. Love how that looks. We've got this little flag banner, never know which one to call it, and it just says "Be Happy." So that's going to go on the photo. It would have been nice if I'd have got it straight, but hey ho. Out of everything. That's about as far as I had a play with. So that goes there. I'll just need to put a bit of foam. We could put a foam dot actually at the bottom here. So let's put 3 foam dots there and a bit of adhesive there. Because half of it's going on the photo and half of it's sort of over the edge. So of course, because of the foam, we need to try and bring it up. So that can go there. I have covered a bit of the, well, more of the flower than I had anticipated actually, but it's okay. It's not a problem. Let's just pop that there. And then there's this which says pause, enjoy this moment, which I wouldn't necessarily use, but it was on that sticker sheet with the frame, so kind of works. So that's where we have got to. So we've got all these little floral pieces, and down here it's a very busy layout, but equally not, if that makes sense. It's quite pastel for me, even though it's very colourful. And I do love the way it works. So in terms of extra bits, I don't think we need much, but I think I will try and add a couple of bits. So let's see what we've got. We've got some flowery bits. Let's add one of them down there. Just need to peel the film off the back of it and add a bit of glue. Where is the glue? There is the glue. Don't need much really. So I'm going to put one there. So that's like an almost perfect colour match. So why not? And we've got a navy one, which will look good with the, what word is it? Caring. So again, just a little teeny tiny splodge of glue, more so in the middle. As long as it sticks, that's fine. I'm going to pop that one there. So we've used, I'm glad I've used a couple at least. And then we could pop a flare there. We've got one of these sunflower flares, which are from John's Sunflowers from the Flare Hut. And there will be an update on that coming very, 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 very soon. If you are A, waiting for some flare, or B, waiting for it to open. Okay, so let's go in there. Don't particularly like the way that's a bit lumpy bumpy, but it's fine. The foam dots are a different thickness to the foam sheet, so obviously it's not perfect, but it's okay. I can live with it. I think. Now I'm just looking, we've got some epoxy flare. Just don't know whether I need any on here. Let's have a look. Could have put one in there actually. Let me see what we've got in here. These are technically Halloween, but that doesn't matter. If it works, it works. I'm going to use an orange epoxy flare there. I'm just going to tuck that under. Just adds a pop of colour there. You can barely see it, but you can see it when you're up close. That's what I love about epoxy flare. Brilliant for layering. We've got a yellow note. I'm actually going to cut this one. Now, if you've never done that with your epoxy flare, they are flexible, sturdy but flexible. So you could always cut them in half if you needed to. And of course, you then basically get in two because you can use it in two different places. It's not going to be for everybody, but I am cutting that one and sticking it under there, so we just have a little bit of it poking out. We could even have the other bit poking out somewhere else, maybe. Maybe not on this particular layout. Can't get it out now, there we go. What about up here? Yeah, I'm going to pop that bit up there. So I've literally just cut it in half. It's not very straight, but it's fine because I knew that the straight or non-straight edge was going to go in and be tucked in anyway. So it doesn't need to be. There we go. And I don't think we need much more, to be honest. Like, I could do what I usually do and keep adding and adding, but sometimes less is more, right? Even though this page is definitely not less is more, but I don't want to just keep adding for adding's sake. So I was going to then start looking through all the stickers in my kit, and I don't think I need to. I think I'm going to actually leave it stickerless. So this page is all ephemera and thickers, both of which I have a lot of, so that's good. But yeah, I think that's probably going to do it for this one. I do have another page that I've half started, so I will get that video done and posted ASAP as well, so there'll be an extra one this week. And I'm working on next week's, so that it's actually up on time. Start the new month as we mean to go on for May. Can't believe it's May already. April didn't go quite according to plan in terms of getting back out there, but it's a slow process, as they say, and we will get there. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I hope you like the end result. I actually love it. I really, really love it. And I hope you guys do too. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out what Kathy has been up to, and I will see you for another video very soon. Bye for now.